Hey guys, today I want to share with you a very fun and pretty DIY hydrangea wreath project that you can use to decorate your home. For this project, you need a lot of dried flowers. I have a few hydrangea plants in my garden, so twice a year I harvest the flowers and dry them indoors to preserve them. If you have dried flowers on hand, this is a perfect DIY project for you. If not, you can always buy dried flowers or even full flowers. The trick to preserving hydrangea is to harvest them when they are later in the blooming stage, so the petals are generally crispier. I put them in a jar of water and just place it in a shadier spot and let them dry naturally. The process usually takes about 2 to 4 weeks. Once they are all dried, the next step is to assemble them onto a wreath. I use a grapevine wreath I got from craft store as the base to attach the flowers. I ended up making 2 hydrangea wreaths, one big, one small. The size was based on how many flowers I had on hand. To attach them to the grapevine wreath, it was actually pretty easy. I just push the stems through the vines and they usually stay pretty well. I also trim some small pieces from the vine if they stick out too much and they can damage my flowers. So I'm basically just plugging in the flower heads one by one until I finish the whole circle and get a good coverage. For the flower stems that don't stay really well, I use some hot glue to secure them to the vine. And for the next step, I use a floral spray to spray the hydrangeas to my desired color. The floral spray is a transparent flower dye that looks very natural on flowers. The reason I use these products was because some flowers will fade over time, and with this floral spray, my hydrangea wreath will keep the same color for a very long time. The color I use is called Hydrangea Blue, which is perfect for my choice of flower. I also use a green floral spray for my other wreath. I'll link both of the products I was using in the description below. The next step is to add the filler flowers, and that's why I was okay with some gaps on my first layer of those hydrangeas. For this wreath, I used some strawflowers and craspedia, also called billy buttons, and they are also preserved by me from my garden. Both flowers are famous for lasting forever, so I wouldn't even worry about spraying them to any color. My tip for this project is to start from large to small. That's why I start with the hydrangea head and then move to the straw flowers and then the craspedia. I just drizzle them around the wreath, trying to fill in any gaps I have after the first layer. Also, I try to vary the location and the flower shape so it looks more organic. And the same goes with the craspedia. Another tip is to keep the amount of the different flowers really differentiated. For example, I use 3 times more straw flowers than the craspedia. This way the wreath will have more depth and more interest. Once the flower building part is done for this wreath, I just attach a string on the back of the vine and I can hang it in my living room. As I mentioned earlier, I also made a green hydrangea wreath that is smaller with Annabelle hydrangeas. Annabelle has a natural green color, so I enhanced that with the green floral spray. Since it's a smaller wreath, I only added craspedia as the accent flower. So that is the entire DIY process for this hydrangea wreath. I'm absolutely in love with how this project turned out, and it just brightens my mood whenever I walk by. I hope you enjoyed this project and give it a try. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and see you next time.